border agenda. His reaction, he's on the front lines. Arizona Attorney General, now a Senate candidate. He's going up against Mark Kelly. Mark Brnovich is with us, along with Fox News contributor Newt Gingrich. Mr. Speaker, we've been friends for a long time. You've seen a lot of hypocrisy over the years, as have I. You're watching this go on. Mandates, vaccine, mass shutdowns, shut out of, basic living for Americans, but not for illegal immigrants. Maybe you can help me understand it.
Well, it's not very complicated. First, you need to either have Fauci retire or fire him, because what he's doing is totally incoherent and totally political. Second, you need to recognize, and you sort of said it, it's not complicated, it's just hard to believe. Biden favors illegal immigrants over Americans. They've allowed 210,000 people in July to cross the border illegally. That's the equivalent of the city of Birmingham, Alabama. Of that, the current estimate is that 42,000 were positive for HIV. They're positive for COVID. They haven't told us how many of them have criminal records. They won't tell us where they're going. And I think every citizen who's watching us tonight should say to their congressmen and their senators, you got to demand that Biden tells you how many people are in my town, in my county, in my state, without anybody knowing it. This is the most destructive, anti-American policy. I don't know of any occasion where a president of the United States has chosen to side with illegal immigrants, many of whom have COVID, others of whom have criminal records, against the American citizens. And that's exactly what's going on. And once you understand that, it's not complicated. That's who they are. The American hard left favors illegal immigration. They don't care if they come to us with COVID. They don't care if they come to us as MS-13 gang members. They prefer illegal immigrants to Americans, and they will defend the illegal immigrants against the right of Americans. It's pretty simple. It's just hard to believe.
Mr. Attorney General, now Senate candidate, okay, you know the law. How is it possible? Why do I believe that if I pick and choose which laws I want to obey, that's not going to work out very well for me? Even if you were working in private practice, I doubt you could probably save me from going to jail. However, we have laws. The laws are not only not being enforced, there's the aiding and abetting process, and this is by Joe Biden's administration themselves. How do they get away with that?
Well, they shouldn't. And as you know, Sean, we have 3 active lawsuits in the federal court system right now trying to stop the Biden administration and hold them accountable. As the speaker just alluded to, he talks about the number, the record number, the generational numbers just this past month. But since Mayorkas has been appointed the secretary, 1 million people have illegally been apprehended crossing our southern border. That's like the entire population of Biden's home state of Delaware. So people watching this and listening should make no mistake about it. The Biden administration is intentionally and systematically incentivizing and essentially allowing this border crisis to occur. Now, why they are doing that, I'm not sure Joe Biden knows, but make no mistake about it. His enablers in the U.S. Senate, like Chuck Schumer and Cartel Kelly, are empowering the cartels in Mexico, enriching them, and basically overwhelming our system by not only allowing criminals to come in, but as you alluded to, Sean, the fact that nearly 20% of the people now coming in are COVID positive.
Now, by the way, let me point out, these are not my numbers. This is the Department of Homeland Security. Their documents show that more than 18% of family units crossing the border, 20% of unaccompanied minors are testing positive for COVID. Those are their numbers. So if you got 2 million, and there may be as many as 3 by the time the year is over, crossing the border, 20% infection rate, that's 400,000 new COVID cases, and then every one of those people will be dispersed around the country. That's we're now talking about infecting millions of Americans, sir.
They are endangering our communities, and this crisis will not end until Joe Biden and Cartel Kelly love the children of American taxpayers more than they love the children of people that have entered the country illegally. It's as simple as that, Sean.
Your reaction to that number, based on their numbers, Mr. Speaker?
Look, this is a crisis of the first order. It's a crisis of public health. It's a crisis of public safety. And frankly, it's not going to end until Biden's no longer in office. This is what they are dedicated to. They favor illegal immigrants over Americans. That's a fact. It's obvious every single day. And people like Senator Kelly are a huge part of the problem because they could be doing something to stop it, and they're walking lockstep in favor of illegal immigration and people who have COVID and people who have criminal records coming into their states.
You know, I think I choose the, ever so offensive tweets of Donald Trump, but secure borders over this Adam Schiff show that's happening down there. Thank you both. When we come back.